Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another War Commander video. This is on the Skirmish Officers Base. I already do have a video out. I had it out right at the beginning, but I said I would do an update because I wanted to show you that this could be done instant repair on the map, and so I just haven't been able to get around to make the video. So I still need 4 more sets, and this has been quite a grind. I think it was like 40 bases or something, 40 sets. I needed a lot because I like to get all of the build boosts, and if you get those, it costs you just a little bit more. Um, so we're going to start out with just 3 units, 3 heroes, and we're going to come across and we're going to use Kabuto as our shield, same as in the first video. The base one has not changed the way that I did it. There's not many options here because you don't have that many units, and you only have a certain number of units that shoot air, and that actually is your air, so that's a problem. So for these, the trick here is to just use 3 units, and that way none of the units, they're all in 3 different platoons, none of the units take very much damage because you're only using 1 unit per platoon, and then every platoon is instant repair. So that's the trick there. You just put everything in a different platoon. Now, plus for base 2, I actually need two two platoons because I use uh, like a bunch of uh, um, Kabuto's units and a bunch of bombardiers as well, and then I retreat them, and so I actually do need all of the bombardiers, and I actually do need all of the um, Kabuto and his spiders. And you'll see that here in just a second. So what I am doing is I'm trying to use Kabuto as the shield. It's okay if Bombardier or if Foxhound takes a little bit of damage. That's okay. Um, just don't let her take too much damage because she's not nearly as strong as Kabuto. As far as she's not as thick-skinned as Kabuto. And remember, Foxhound has much more range. So this little thing that I'm doing, I shoot the exact same units every time. So just copy what I'm doing. I'm going to follow the exact same pattern on every attack. I'm going to go for the same things, and then the units will react exactly the same way. There's no surprises here. It's all just copy and paste. Keeping Kabuto slightly out in front and only using Metatron when a helicopter comes out. And before I use Metatron, I'm trying to kill as many turrets that will shoot Metatron as possible. The, I'm not using any of the Goliaths or the Bombardiers in this base, just the 3 units. But in base 2, I will use 5 Goliaths and I will use 7 Bombardiers. And so the trick here is because you're not taking any damage on your Bombardiers at all, and you're not taking any damage on your Foxhound on base 2. So what I did was I put Kabuto, who's going to take about 26 seconds damage, 30 seconds damage, something like that, with 2 um, of his primary units, and then in the other platoon, I'm going to put 3 of those, and so it's Kabuto and 2 units, and then 3 units in the other one. That way it's essentially 6 units that are going to take damage in base number 2, and you're going to spread it out 3 in one and 3 in the other. At this point, I just put Kabuto on aggressive so that he keeps moving. Once the last helicopter is gone, I really don't need Metatron anymore, and I just use Bombardier because Foxhound, because Foxhound is so much more powerful and has much better range on her shots. She's not as tough as far as defense wise. She's not as good, but as far as offense, she's much better. She's much stronger. Now let's go check out a base 2. I'm going to do this exactly the same way every single time, over and over and over again. Very, very boring, but check it out. We're not going to take any damage at all at first, and that's important. You don't want to take damage up front because that will limit your damage that you're going to take overall, okay? So there is a way to come in here and take 0 damage, and I'm going to put Kabuto right here, and I'm going to take all my Bombardiers and Foxhounds. I'm going to take out these 3 tanks, and then I'm going to help Kabuto kill these infantry units. Now, don't let the infantry units choose you, because their fire will cause you to have to take your units back to the base. Make sure they don't put a puddle of fire on you, or what do you call this thing? A fire puddle or fire pool, whatever it is, a pool of fire. So see how they're coming out and targeting Kabuto. I want to keep that going, so I'm going to move Kabuto a little bit closer, because if you target them now, and Kabuto is not shooting them, they'll come after you. That's the new AI. You have to make sure that now that guy was not shooting me, but I knew that with 7 bombards, I would be able to kill him. But now I'm going to move Kabuto forward so that he is the target and not my bombardiers. And you're going to keep doing this until these infantry and these anti-air turrets are dead. We're going to kill the anti-air turrets, and we're going to kill the infantry. That one little guy right there, he didn't run out. He always runs out. I don't know why he didn't run out, and that was a close one right there. He could have got me, but I got him. Now, I could have made him come out by moving Kabuto around, and that would have been the better thing, but to be honest, I couldn't see him very clear, and I thought he was dead, so that's why I did that. So now we're going to get rid of the bombardiers. We're bringing Foxhound back over here because there is a power plant that's hard to kill, the underground power plant, and I need Foxhound to kill that. I'm going to draw out the infantry with Kabuto, and it takes Kabuto forever to kill the infantry, so I'm coming in with Foxhound, and she's going to kill the infantry. Most of the time, I can draw this infantry out. Right now, I'm having a little bit of difficulty drawing them out, so I will I don't want the helicopters to shoot my Kabuto. That's the thing I don't want. So I'm going to get my Metatron, start moving, because it's so slow. I'll get my Metatron and try to draw these guys out. Get my Metatron and target the helicopter. The helicopter will target the Metatron over Kabuto. And now I'll try to draw them out. I got them, and notice the helicopter didn't shoot my Kabuto, and notice that the infantry cannot shoot my Kabuto. I did have a problem there with Metatron not targeting the helicopter. That happens all the time, even though you click on the helicopter, so just be aware of that. Now I'm going to kill this power plant, and then I don't need Foxhound anymore. So now with Metatron, we'll kill the second helicopter. And now while we're setting our troops up, because we're going to bring um, the rest of them in now, remember I keep 3 in one platoon and 2 in another. So I have a total of 5. Um, I keep wanting to call them gladiators. I know they're not gladiators. They're called, but because it begins with a G, I keep doing that. What are these things called? I said it already several times in the video. Goliaths? Yeah, Goliaths. David and Goliath. I'll have to remember David and Goliath. So while they were coming out, I killed that one turret back there. And now I'll kill the second turret, but I don't have to shoot the turret. All I have to do is kill the power plant. And then we're done with Metatron on that side of the base, and we don't want to wait for him to come all the way around, so we'll just retreat him. Because I want him to be over here with my Goliaths and with my Kabuto. To be honest, I get mixed feelings about the Kabuto and the Goliaths. They suck, but they have great armor. Now, I did leave those two ones in the front marked so that I could tell which ones were taking. Those are the ones that are going to take the most damage. And I just wanted to keep them marked. That's why that they're white like that. And now we're bringing the Metatron back in. I sort of want to keep the Metatron in the back here for just a minute. I want the Metatron to help kill these 2 turrets in the back because it takes the Goliaths forever to kill them. And remember, the Goliaths cannot shoot any air. But once I come up here and I start getting shot by air, I'm going to get shot by a lot of things because those air turrets have a lot of range. So now I'm going to start taking damage on my Metatron. And I just tried to limit it a little bit. That's all. Now, if I stay right here, I stay out of the range of the 3rd anti-air red turret called Raptures, I believe. I'm staying out of their way by staying over here. I want these guys to kill it first. Now it's done. And so now we come in. There's one more anti-air turret and one more helicopter, and we need Metatron to kill those. And after that, it's basically done. This base is basically done. But so we have a total of 6 Goliaths, if you include Kabuto being the hero Goliath, and 3 in each platoon. That's the only difference I've really made is I've split it up. I used to keep all 6 Goliaths in one platoon, and then I would have to go back and take 1 or 2 out to repair. This just saves a lot of time. It's a little bit different on the tune setup, but it's much better than having to go back to my base. So it's free repair. It will be almost always free repair for you if you do it that way on the map, instant repair. And so I'll move over here and I'll show you my platoons the way I have them set up. I do also have Mariana in here, but I don't use her, of course, for this event. I just use her for Shadow Ops. So this is my Shadow Ops platoon. But I've added, not this one. This is not my Shadow Ops platoon. The other one is, and I've kind of just left it alone as my Shadow Ops platoon. So I have Kabuto and these 2 guys. Normally I will have no bombardiers in here, and that's my Shadow Ops platoon. And so, but now I've got 3 bombardiers in here and only 2 Goliaths. And there you go. I hope it was helpful. Have a good one. All these events have been a real grind. See you next time. Hope it was helpful.